What if I told you that the way you perceive the world is not just a passive experience but an active process that creates your reality? And what if I told you that by breaking the observer loop, you could shift your reality instantly? This isn't just a theory, it's a profound truth rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern science. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's unravel the secrets of the observer loop and how you can use this knowledge to create the life you've always dreamed of. To begin, let's talk about what the observer loop actually is. At its core, the observer loop is the cycle of perception and creation that shapes your reality. It's the process by which your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations influence what you observe in the world, and in turn what you observe reinforces your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. It's a feedback loop that keeps you stuck in the same patterns, the same experiences, and the same version of reality. Here's an example to make it clearer. Imagine you believe that people are generally unkind. Because of this belief, you unconsciously focus on situations that confirm it. You notice the rude cashier, the impatient driver, or the friend who didn't return your call. These observations reinforce your belief, making it even stronger. And the stronger your belief becomes, the more you continue to observe evidence that supports it. This is the observer loop in action. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where your inner world creates your outer world, and your outer world reinforces your inner world. But here's the thing, the observer loop is not fixed. It's not a prison you're trapped in forever. It's a pattern, and like any pattern, it can be broken. When you break the observer loop, you disrupt the cycle of perception and creation, allowing you to shift your reality instantly. So, how do you break the observer loop? The first step is awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. Start by paying attention to your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. What stories are you telling yourself about the world, about other people, and about yourself? Are these stories empowering or limiting? For example, if you believe, "I'm not good enough," how does that belief shape what you observe in your life? Do you focus on your mistakes, your shortcomings, or the times you've been rejected? And how does this observation reinforce your belief? Once you become aware of the observer loop, you can begin to question it. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Is it the only way to see the world? What evidence do I have that contradicts it? This process of questioning helps you loosen the grip of limiting beliefs and opens the door to new possibilities. The second step is to shift your focus. Remember, what you focus on expands. If you want to break the observer loop, you need to start focusing on what you want to create, rather than what you want to avoid. For example, instead of focusing on the belief, "people are unkind," start looking for evidence of kindness in the world. Notice the stranger who holds the door open for you, the friend who checks in on you, or the coworker who offers to help. The more you focus on these positive experiences, the more you'll begin to observe them, and the more they'll reinforce a new, empowering belief. This is how you create a new observer loop, one that supports the reality you want to experience. The third step is to change your emotional state. Your emotions are a powerful part of the observer loop because they influence both your perception and your energy. When you're in a state of fear, anger, or frustration, you're more likely to observe situations that match those emotions. But when you're in a state of gratitude, love, or joy, you're more likely to observe situations that reflect those emotions. One way to change your emotional state is through gratitude. Gratitude is like a reset button for the observer loop. It shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, from lack to abundance, and from fear to love. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These can be big or small. What matters is that you genuinely feel the emotion of gratitude as you write them down. Another way to change your emotional state is through visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living the reality you want to create. See it in vivid detail. What does it look like, feel like, and sound like? Engage all your senses and immerse yourself in the experience. The key is to feel the emotions of your desired reality as if it's already happening. This sends a powerful signal to your brain and the universe, aligning your energy with the reality you want to create. Now that we've explored the foundational steps to breaking the observer loop, awareness, shifting focus, and changing your emotional state, let's dive deeper into how this process works on a quantum level and why it has such a profound impact on your reality. To truly understand the observer loop, we need to look at the principles of quantum physics. At the quantum level, reality is not fixed. Particles exist in a state of potential as waves of energy until they are observed. This is known as the observer effect. When you observe something, You collapse its wave of potential into a specific state, turning it into a particle, or in simpler terms, a tangible reality. What's fascinating is that your observation doesn't just passively reflect reality, it actively creates it. Your focus, your attention, and your energy determine what becomes real in your experience. This is why the observer loop is so powerful. It's not just a psychological pattern, it's a quantum process. When you focus on a belief, whether it's, "I'm not good enough," or "I'm capable of achieving anything," you're collapsing the quantum field into a reality that matches that belief. But here's the exciting part, because reality is fluid at the quantum level, you have the power to change it. By shifting your focus, your beliefs, and your energy, you can collapse a new wave of potential into a new reality. This is why breaking the observer loop can lead to instant shifts in your life. The moment you change your observation, you change your reality. Let's use an analogy to make this concept more relatable. Imagine you're wearing a pair of tinted glasses. If the lenses are red, everything you see will have a red tint. If the lenses are blue, everything will appear blue. The glasses don't change the world itself. They change how you perceive it. And because your perception shapes your experience, the color of the lenses determines the reality you live in. The observer loop is like those tinted glasses. Your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions act as the lenses through which you see the world. If your lenses are tinted with fear, doubt, or lack, that's what you'll observe and experience. But if you change the lenses to ones tinted with love, confidence, and abundance, your entire reality shifts. The world itself hasn't changed, you've changed how you observe it, and in doing so, you've changed your experience of it. So, how do you change the lenses of your perception? One powerful tool is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that help you reprogram your mind and shift your focus to what you want to create. For example, if you've been stuck in a loop of self-doubt, you might use affirmations like, "I am confident," "I am worthy," or "I am capable of achieving my goals." The key to effective affirmations is repetition and emotion. The more you repeat them with genuine feeling, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious mind, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. Another tool for breaking the observer loop is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. When you're mindful, you become aware of your thoughts, emotions, and observations without getting caught up in them. This awareness allows you to step out of the observer loop and see it for what it is, a pattern, not a fixed reality. For example, if you notice yourself thinking, "I always fail," mindfulness allows you to pause and question that thought. Is it really true? Or is it just a story you've been telling yourself? This moment of awareness creates a gap in the observer loop, giving you the opportunity to choose a new thought, a new belief, and a new reality. Visualization is another powerful tool for breaking the observer loop. When you visualize, you're not just imagining a better future, you're creating it. Visualization helps you focus your energy on the reality you want to experience, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. To visualize effectively, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your mind and body. Then, imagine yourself living the reality you want to create. See it in vivid detail. What are you doing, who are you with, and how does it feel? The more you engage your senses and emotions, the more powerful your visualization becomes. The key is to feel as if your desired reality is already happening. This sends a clear signal to the quantum field, collapsing the wave of potential into the reality you want to experience. Another important aspect of breaking the observer loop is letting go of attachment. When you're overly attached to a specific outcome, you create resistance in your energy. This resistance can keep you stuck in the loop, preventing you from shifting to a new reality. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your desires, it means releasing the need to control how or when they show up. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring your desires to you. Focus on the feeling of already having what you want and let go of the rest. Now that we've explored the tools and techniques for breaking the observer loop, let's dive into what happens when you successfully disrupt this cycle and shift your reality. The moment you break free from the loop, you'll notice an immediate change, not just in how you feel but in how the world around you responds. It's as if the universe recalibrates itself to match your new energy, and opportunities, synchronicities, and possibilities begin to flow into your life. One of the first things you'll notice is a sense of clarity. When you're stuck in the observer loop, your perception is clouded by limiting beliefs and repetitive patterns. But when you break the loop, it's like wiping a foggy window clean. You begin to see things as they truly are, not as your old beliefs made them appear. This clarity allows you to make decisions from a place of empowerment rather than fear or doubt. For example, you might suddenly realize that the obstacles you thought were holding you back were actually opportunities in disguise. Or you might see a new path forward that you hadn't noticed before. This newfound clarity is a sign that you've shifted your perspective and, in turn, your reality. Another immediate effect of breaking the observer loop is a surge of energy and motivation. When you're stuck in the loop, it can feel like you're spinning your wheels, expending energy without making progress. But when you disrupt the cycle, you free up the energy that was tied up in old patterns and beliefs. This energy can be channeled into taking inspired action, pursuing your goals, and creating the life you desire. You might find yourself feeling more confident, focused, and excited about the future. This surge of energy is a reflection of your alignment with the quantum field and your true self. You'll also start to notice changes in your external reality. As your energy shifts, the people, situations, and opportunities in your life will begin to align with your new vibration. This is where synchronicity comes into play. You might meet someone who offers exactly the opportunity you've been looking for, stumble upon a resource that answers a question you've been pondering, or experience a series of events that feel too perfectly timed to be a coincidence. These synchronicities are not random, they are a reflection of the new observer loop you've created. They are the universe's way of confirming that you're on the right path and that your reality is shifting to match your new energy. Another powerful effect of breaking the observer loop is the release of resistance. When you're stuck in the loop, resistance often shows up as fear, doubt, or frustration. These emotions create energetic blocks that prevent you from fully aligning with your desires. But when you break the loop, you release these blocks and open yourself up to the flow of the universe. This release can feel like a weight being lifted off your shoulders. You might notice a sense of ease and lightness, as if the struggle you've been experiencing has suddenly dissolved. This is a sign that you're no longer fighting against the current of life, you're flowing with it. As you continue to align with your new reality, you'll also notice a shift in your relationships. The people in your life will begin to respond to your new energy in different ways. Some relationships may deepen and become more authentic, while others may naturally fade away. This is a natural part of the process, as your new vibration attracts people who align with your growth and repels those who don't. While this can be challenging, it's also an opportunity to create relationships that truly support and uplift you. One of the most profound effects of breaking the observer loop is the realization that you are the creator of your reality. This realization is both empowering and liberating. It reminds you that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your life. Every thought, belief, and action you take shapes the world around you. This awareness gives you the power to consciously choose the reality you want to create. Instead of reacting to life, you become a proactive participant in the co-creative process. You start to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and every moment as a chance to align with your highest self. To sustain this new reality, it's important to continue practicing the tools and techniques we've discussed. Breaking the observer loop is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of growth and alignment. Each time you notice yourself slipping back into old patterns, use the tools of awareness, focus, and emotional alignment to realign with your desired reality. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and you'll find that your new observer loop becomes your default way of being. You'll no longer need to consciously work at it, it will simply be who you are. As we bring this journey to a close, let's reflect on the profound power of breaking the observer loop and how it can transform your life. The observer loop is not just a concept, it's the foundation of how you experience reality. By understanding and disrupting this cycle, you unlock the ability to consciously create a life that aligns with your highest potential. When you break the observer loop, you're not just changing your thoughts or beliefs, you're shifting the very fabric of your reality. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, one that is no longer bound by old patterns, limitations, or fears. You're reclaiming your power as a creator and aligning with the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. One of the most important lessons to take away from this is that you are never stuck. No matter how deeply ingrained your patterns may feel, no matter how long you've been in the same loop, you always have the power to change. The moment you become aware of the loop, you've already taken the first step toward breaking it. Awareness is the key that unlocks the door to transformation. Another important takeaway is the role of choice. Every moment is an opportunity to choose a new thought, a new belief, and a new reality. You don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances or the right time to make a change. The power to shift your reality is always within you, right here and right now. By choosing to focus on what you want to create, rather than what you want to avoid, you align yourself with the energy of your desires and set the wheels of manifestation in motion. As you move forward, remember that breaking the observer loop is not about perfection. It's about progress. There will be times when you slip back into old patterns, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize it, forgive yourself, and take steps to realign with your desired reality. Each time you do this, you strengthen your ability to create consciously and intentionally. It's also important to celebrate your progress. Every small shift, every moment of awareness, and every step you take toward breaking the loop is a victory. Acknowledge how far you've come and give yourself credit for the work you're doing. Gratitude and celebration not only raise your vibration but also reinforce your belief in your ability to create change. Finally, remember that you are not alone in this journey. The universe is always supporting you, guiding you, and co-creating with you. Whether it's through synchronicities, intuitive nudges, or the people and opportunities that come into your life, the universe is constantly communicating with you. Trust in this connection and know that you are always supported. To recap, breaking the observer loop involves becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs, shifting your focus to what you want to create, changing your emotional state, and aligning your energy with your desired reality. It's about stepping out of old patterns and into a new way of being, one that reflects your true potential and the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the observer loop and how breaking it can shift your reality instantly. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what patterns you're working to break and what new reality you're creating for yourself. Remember, you are the observer, the creator, and the architect of your life. The power to shift your reality is already within you. All you have to do is claim it. Until next time, keep growing, keep aligning, and keep shining. Your reality is waiting for you to step into it.